Yes, good morning, good Tuesday morning to you. This is John Gale, the radio guy. Welcome one and all to the program today, the live stream, both on Facebook and now broadcasting on YouTube as well. Streaming, just search for the radio guy there. You can hit the red subscribe button. It's an awesome thing, and you'll receive notifications every single time we load up a brand new video, and that's pretty cool. We do a live audio production, radio broadcast production. Today we're going to be doing some weather forecasts for around some 20 radio stations across the United States, from Texas to New York, from Florida to Kansas and Wyoming, and all over the place. And we're glad that you are tuning in with us today. Thank you, Paul from Zambia, our faithful viewer. Glad you are on the stream right now. I'm just going to real quick share the group, and I encourage you to do so. All you got to do is, let's see, I'm going to use the wrong finger here, right there, that button right there. If you hit that button, share it to your Facebook page, start a little watch party. It's an awesome thing. We will be glad that you did. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just going to share this again to a couple of pages here. The Jingle page is always a good page. So thank you, Paul, and thank you one and all for joining in. Scott, Carrie, we are so glad that you are with us today. We're going to get started right away, and when we do, there's always something fun that we like to do, and that is we open with a little jingle. Take a listen. Yeah, where did it go? Here, how about this one? Let's try it again. Here we go. I think it's gone. Well, you know what we're going to do in that case? We're going to add the source, and we're going to find it and play that jingle because it was really cool. I found it today from WLS. This is a jingle way back in the day from WLS Chicago. I'm guessing probably like 1960s, right around that time frame. This is a Chicago weekend weather jingle. Take a listen to this. Where are you, Jingle Boy? It's not letting me play it. Here it is. Here we go.
WLS weekend weather.
Listen to that weird. I think they're going for like a radar kind of sound there or something like that. Not quite sure what's going on there at all. But anyway, we're glad that you're here with us, and we're going to get started with our first station on the list, KMHM. KMHM is in Cape Girardeau, Marble Hill, Missouri area. Thank you, Paul, for sharing. You're a good guy. Appreciate that. If you are a new viewer, we want to celebrate you. We've got a brand new little new viewer jingle for you. If you tune in and you announce where you're from, what city, what state, what country you're watching from. If you are involved in broadcasting or audio editing in any way, we want to comment and talk with you today, and just got to get to know one another. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. KMHM. This is a 25-second read airing today, 2 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is, Southern Gospel Station, KMHM. It's an FMer. We're going to start our recorder. This is Adobe Audition. I'm going to drop myself. I'm going to shrink my camera down here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah. Honey, I shrunk the kids. This is their jingle, KMHM's right here. This is Adobe Audition CS 2020, part of the Creative Suites package. You might have heard of Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, those types of programs. This is the audio editing software that Adobe calls Audition. All right, so here's the jingle in the first track right here, my voiceover. As you can see with the levels here going up and down with my voice, that is the voice track. As we hit record, you'll see me in real time, the wave file being highlighted in red. Okay, and then on the other side of the page here is my RFN radio forecast network software that shows me all of the different stations that I have to do and their concurrent weather forecasts. All right, so this is the National Weather Service's version for KMHM. I've got a timer right here down on the lower right that will count down and let me know exactly where I need to be. Let's see what we can come up with. From the KMHM 24-hour weather center, as we head into the evening tonight, mostly clear skies, some light winds out of the east, and a low temperature of 60. It'll be sunny and warm on Wednesday. Calm winds, a high near 85, and clear overnight. Wednesday evening, a low of 62. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 65 degrees. I'm John Gale on KMHM. All right, that was what we call a one-take read. And we celebrate with a little confetti here. One-take Johnny Chibi. Yes, sirree. So we're going to go to an Adobe Audition large screen view as you can watch me in the editing process here. I've got a razor tool that I'm trimming up the file just like we used to back in the day with the reel-to-reel tape and the grease pencils. Remember those days? Maybe not. Maybe not. I do. Did that back in the day, out of high school, and probably the mid to late 80s. I was using still a grease pencil and a razor blade. All right, lining up the music bed. As you can see, this is a stinger, starts out loud, gets quiet, and that's where the voiceover comes in over the top of the music bed here. We're going to bounce down both of these tracks now into one track, both the music and my voice. There it is into one track. We'll add our compression and broadcast effects normalization under the effects tab in the multi-compressor effect for broadcast. Let's hit play. Let's listen to what it sounds like.
KMHM weather.
From the KMHM 24-hour weather center as we head into the evening tonight, mostly clear skies, some light winds out of the east, and a low temperature of 60. It'll be sunny and warm on Wednesday. Calm winds, a high near 85 and clear overnight. Wednesday evening, a low of 62. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 65 degrees. I'm John Gale on KMHM. All right, that sounds perfect. Let's go ahead and trim off that excess music bed that we don't need. We'll trim off a little bit more on that. Scroll back to the front end. Let's see if there's any quietness that we need to delete. And there is just about a millisecond of that. Let's delete that. And this one is ready to be exported. We're going to send it on its way via file transfer protocol over the internet to the radio station there in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, KMHM. The way we do that is we hit File, Export, and then File again. And then we can name it. All we got to do in this case is copy the file name from the Manage Weather page here. Just copy it. And we're going to overwrite yesterday's forecast because we don't care about yesterday's weather anymore. Then we look for it in the E drive, my E drive that I just saved it to, a local drive here on my computer. We're going to look for KMHM ADR, which stands for Afternoon Drive. It matches up file name wise. We'll hit FTP and send it on its way. There it goes. On time. Good job. We're ready to move on to the next signal on the list, which is going to be WSEO. WSEO is in Nelsonville, Ohio. Nelsonville, Ohio. It's a country format near Columbus. All right. Nelsonville is a suburb. This air is 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a dry read, meaning there is no music jingle behind me. Boy, if you watched yesterday, we had a meltdown technology-wise. Had a meltdown. Yeah, because my computer, I'm using a Windows 10 iOS on this PC here. And I tell you what, it decided to update. And when it updated, it changed all of my preset template sessions in Adobe Audition. Wasn't very friendly to my Adobe Audition. I had to actually stop the stream, go back. It took me about an hour and redo each and every template session for each radio station. It was not fun. Not fun. Right on the live stream, we had about 17 people watching at one time. Not very happy with yesterday's stream. Came back and we only had like 2 or 3 the rest of the time. Very, very sad. Very sad. All right, WSEO, let's see what we can come up with. It's a 30-second weather forecast. Here we go. Your WeatherBug forecast as we head into the evening tonight. Mostly clear skies, some calm winds, and a low of 56 degrees. Sunny and warm on Wednesday with a high of 81 and partly cloudy overnight Wednesday evening, a low of 59. A chance of some afternoon showers and thunderstorms possible on Thursday, but expect mostly sunny skies and a high of 82. And again, some rain possible Thursday evening with a low around 60. Chance of showers on Friday. This is WeatherBug forecaster John Gale on WSEO. And that was a one take, guys. Sorry, auto updates can be tedious. Yeah, it wasn't really. It was an update. The Paul says it was an update already on the Windows. It had already taken place, and I thought everything was fine. And when I went on the air to do it, it wasn't working. It wasn't working at all. Let's go to the tiny cam. Shrink me down just a little bit more. Let's find out where the start of this is. Here we go. Your WeatherBug forecast. There's the start. Okay, we're going to use our razor tool, trim off right there where that forecast begins. Scroll that back, add our compression and effects. And let's take a listen.
Your weather bug forecast as we head into the evening tonight.
Jackie
Mostly
Day.
clear skies, some calm winds, and a low of 56 degrees. Sunny and warm on Wednesday with a high of 81 and partly cloudy overnight Wednesday evening, a low of 59. A chance of some afternoon showers and thunderstorms possible on Thursday, but expect mostly sunny skies and a high of 82. And again, some rain possible Thursday evening with a low around 60. Chance of showers on Friday. This is weatherbug forecaster John Gale on WSEO.
All right, that looks real good. We just need to trim off the dead air here on this. Real simple to do at the front and in the back. We just did the rear here. Let's do the front end of the file. There it is. Scroll back. All right, there's our 30, and we're out. We're a little late on this. We're at 30.154. How do we fix that, Johnny G, to make it a perfect 30? Here's how we do it. We go up to the Effects tab in Adobe Audition, then scroll down to Time and Pitch. Then there's a sub drop-down menu, and we're going to choose the Stretch and Pitch process. Down at the bottom, current duration, you can see right here, 30.154. That needs to be a 30 exactly. All right, 30.000. Hit apply, boom, automatically. Boom, shaka-laka-laka, boom, it's a 30. And it's
Your weather bug forecast as we...
All right, doesn't change the pitch of my voice. It just changes the speed of the file, okay? Now we're ready to export that file to WSEO FM ADR frequency modulation. Did you know that's what FM standed for? I'm sure you did if you're a radio person. We're ready to overwrite that file and save it to the E drive. Now we can find it and send it on its way to Columbus, Ohio. And there it goes. Boom. Hit that FTP button. Over the internet and through the woods. On time. Good job. Thank you, Jackie Day, for tuning in. Glad you're with us today. Hope you're well. Hope everything in Beaver Creek is well. At the church there. Day Spring. Great church. You need to check it out if you're ever in the Beaver Creek area, right in the center of town. All right, we're moving on to the next signal on the list. It's in Chiefland, Florida. Levi, Dixie, and Gilchrist. And it's a dry jingle as well. No jingle. No jingle. It's a dry read. Okay, so we start our recorder over here behind me on my left. And it's a 30-second read with a long outro on this one. So we need to be out with our weather forecast by around 20 seconds. I'm going to take off this animation reaction thing because it's not happening today. Not sure why. Here, I'll undo this. Let me reset it and see if I can get it to set. That way you guys can... there we go. That should work now. If I do an emoji, let's see. Nope, it's not populating today. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. I'll go to settings again. Try it one more time. Refresh. It appears that it's on. Give myself some love. Come on. No, it went off again. All right, we'll just remove it for today. No emojis, guys, today. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. That's a weird thing. Because usually that never doesn't work. Never doesn't not work. All right, here we go. 30-second read. Let's start it. From the Broadcast Center, I'm John Gale with the Tri-Counties weather as we head into the evening tonight. Mostly clear skies, some light and variable winds, and a low of 65. Sunny and very warm on Wednesday, a high of 90, and mostly clear Wednesday night, a low of 67. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 92, and partly cloudy Thursday night with a low of 68. Forecasts and current conditions are available 24/7 by clicking the WeatherBug logo at suncoastradio.com. I'm John Gale on Country Legends Radio. All right, and that's the perfect read that we want. We'll call that a one-take wonder. Yes, indeed, celebrating with the blowhorns. We used to have those. My parents, back in the day when I was young, and they used to party a little bit, and they were not Christians at the time. They'd come home on New Year's Eve, you know, and they'd have the hats and the blowhorns and these little things, these little noisemakers. Remember those that you spun around like this one, clickety, 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 clackety. Loved those things as kids. Then they stopped drinking and went all nuts and got religious on us. No, they didn't. They just they knew a better way. Let's just say that. All right, we bounced it down, added compression and effects. Let's take a listen.
From the Broadcast Center,
I heard a little chicka-chicka-boo here in the front on this one. Yeah, right there. Look at that. Let's clean that up. All right, one more time.
From the Broadcast Center, I'm John Gale with the Tri-Counties weather as we head into the evening tonight. Mostly clear skies, some light and variable winds, and a low of 65. Sunny and very warm on Wednesday, a high of 90, and mostly clear Wednesday night, a low of 67. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 92, and partly cloudy Thursday night with a low of 68. Forecasts and current conditions are available 24/7 by clicking the WeatherBug logo at suncoastradio.com. I'm John Gale on Country Legends Radio.
All right, looks good. We're only at 29.5, so we're going to do that freaky little time shift tool again. Let's go to effects, time and pitch, stretch and pitch process. We're going to change it from 29.5 to an exact 30. It's a half a second difference. Why, John, do you have to be so particular with a half a second? Well, some of these stations might be running automation computers that are hooked up to satellite feeds, and they have to be an exact time frame, or else we're in trouble. All right, that one's ready to go. Let's Control-Shift-E, and we're going to send this on to WZCC there in Chiefland, Florida, and move on to the next signal on the list. But before we do, I just want to remind everyone that you guys can subscribe to us. But more importantly, if you are a new viewer, today, we want to hear from you. Make sure you comment below, and you can always like us and follow us on YouTube at any time. You can follow us now on Instagram. You can follow us all over the place. And that's a real cool thing. We're on Instagram now. Just search for the.radio guy and you'll find us there. All right, let's go Tiny Cam here and go ahead and export this file to, we already did this, I think, but I just want to make sure that we are right on time. Sometimes I lose track of what we're doing because I'm talking to y'all at the same time. Curland Draw, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. WZCC there in the can. Let's move on to the next signal on the list on the radio guide today. It is WKAL in Rome, Utica, New York, a news talk station. Their forecast airs today between 3 and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just going to close out this multi-track session over here that we just finished for WZCC. And now we'll open WKAL's Jingle. Behind me, you can see an Adobe Audition here. And the first track is the music bed, WKAL weather bed, and then my voice track. The voiceover here is in the second track, being recorded in real time, highlighted in red for your viewing enjoyment. George Bowen, thank you guys. I appreciate you all tuning back in today. We missed you. Thanks for coming back. Glad you're here, and we'll just celebrate you anyway. We got a brand new liquid new viewer. Welcome today. Take a look at this. Nothing seems to be working today. Well, let's just give you a fireworks instead. How's that? No fireworks, no nothing. Is the firework? Yeah. The fireworks was working. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it to go again. Hello. There we go. There's the fireworks for George. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to the Tiny Cam here and to do this forecast here. It's a 29-second read with a little bit of an outro. I need to be out probably, by at least 20 with the forecast. Here we go. I'm John Gale. Didn't like that. I'm John Gale with your official 1450 WKAL WeatherBug forecast as we head into the evening tonight. Mostly clear skies and some calm winds, a low of 52. Sunny and warm on Wednesday, a high of 85, and mostly clear overnight Wednesday evening, a low of 57. Sunny and warm on Thursday, a high of 87, and partly cloudy Thursday night with a low of 61. Sunny on Friday with a high of 86. That's your latest official 1450 WKAL WeatherBug forecast. I'm John Gale, 1450 WKAL, more stimulating talk radio. Okay, it wasn't quick enough. I need to be out by 20. I wasn't. I said I needed to be out by 20, but I didn't listen to myself. Always listen. That still small voice is usually the guiding of the Holy Ghost telling you what to do. You need to listen to it. I'm John Gale with your official 1450 WKAL WeatherBug forecast as we head into the evening tonight. Mostly clear skies and some calm winds, a low temperature of 52. It'll be sunny and warm on Wednesday, a high of 85, and clear overnight Wednesday evening with a low of 57. Sunny and warm on Thursday, a high of 87, and partly cloudy Thursday night, a low of 61. That's your latest official 1450 WKAL WeatherBug forecast. I'm John Gale, 1450 WKAL, more stimulating talk radio. And that's the keeper right there. Let's go to the Adobe Audition screen here and trim using our razor tool. We're just going to trim up that WAV file. You like that gold? I don't know. I might change the color on that. Scroll back. We're going to line it up with the music bed right above it. Unmute that music bed. I'm going to raise up my, whoop, didn't mean to trim. Sometimes I accidentally do that. Hit it twice and it'll trim up. And I didn't mean to add a keyframe either. Let's take out that keyframe. Now let's try to just raise that up. Just a couple of dB. Looks good. Bouncing down both those tracks together, over modulating a hair. Rolling back the volume a little bit. Adding compression and effects. Let's take a listen. I'm John Gale with your official 1450 WKAL weatherbug forecast as we head into the evening tonight. Mostly clear skies and some calm winds. A low temperature of 52. It'll be sunny and warm on Wednesday, a high of 85, and clear overnight Wednesday evening with a low of 57. Sunny and warm on Thursday, a high of 87, and partly cloudy Thursday night, a low of 61. That's your latest official 1450 WKAL weatherbug forecast. I'm John Gale, 1450 WKAL, more stimulating talk radio. Ah, yeah, that sounded good, didn't it? It really did. Okay, with the jingle nice and fresh. Let's go ahead and trim off the ends of this just a little bit. It's fading out there at the end, so I don't want to completely chop it off because that would sound too abrupt when it plays back. But we are at 30 right now, so we are good to go. Let's go cam right. And we will export this file to WKAL. Rome, Utica, New York, News Talk. I bet they play all those conservative radio talk show hosts, you know, Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh and Mark Levin and all those good guys. Pretty much kept AM radio alive in the United States. WKAL, where are you? There it is. Oops, that's the wrong one. I want the one above it. Let's hit open and FTP that. Send it on its way via the internet file transfer protocol to their automation computer in Utica, New York. And now moving closer to home, we've got WGNZ up next from Fairborn, Ohio, just north of Cincinnati, about 50 miles or so, I would guess. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 60 miles or more. So we're going to close out the multi-track session that we just did for WKAL, and we're going to open up WGNZ's template that I pre-created about 5 months ago, but had to redo yesterday. Thank you, Windows Update. There's their jingle in the first track, my voice in the second, highlighted in red. This is a forecast for a Christian news talk station. Long outro, promotional outro close on this one. Let's go ahead and take off the Facebook reaction. Sorry about that with the Facebook emojis, guys. Just not functioning today. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I don't know. Well, I don't know what's going on. From the Miami Valley's 24-hour weather center as we head into the evening tonight, mostly clear skies, some light winds out of the east, and a low temperature around 58. Sunny and warm on Wednesday, a high of 83. And mostly clear Wednesday night with a low of 60. The brand new CD by Tim Livingston, Inside Information, is now available for purchase. Order online at timlivingstonmusic.com or by calling 937-454-9000. I'm WGNZ staff weathercaster John Gale. All right, and that looks good. It was also a one take, so we will celebrate. One take Johnny GB. Yes, sirree. Using the razor tool, we're going to find out the front end of the forecast, trim it up, show you the Adobe Audition screen here. Going to drag over the voice over, and you'll see the start of the jingle's a stinger, then it gets quiet. That's where we want to come in with the voice, unmute the music. Let's raise up the voice a hair on this one, just a little bit. Bounce down both these tracks into one. A little bit of over-modulating going on there, so we pulled back the volume. Now we can add our compression and effects. Take a listen. From the Miami Valley's 24-hour weather center as we head into the evening tonight, mostly clear skies, some light winds out of the east, and a low temperature around 58. Sunny and warm on Wednesday, a high of 83. And mostly clear Wednesday night with a low of 60. The brand new CD by Tim Livingston, Inside Information, is now available for purchase. Order online at timlivingstonmusic.com or by calling 937-454-9000. I'm WGNZ staff weathercaster John Gale. All right, that sounded really good. Now we're just going to trim this guy up. That's already got a nice fade on it automatically. We'll keep that. Let's scroll to the front. Tiny little millisecond of nothing going on there. And this one is ready to roll. So we're just going to go ahead and export this here to the E drive. Okay, WGNZ is in the can. It's ready to go, overriding yesterday's forecast, and now we can find it here in the E-Drive behind me for WGNZ and send it on its way. If you are new to the stream, please comment below and tell us where you're watching from. We would love to engage with you, and we want to celebrate your watching today. If you are an audio editor, if you are in radio broadcasting in any capacity, or you're just visiting today, just tell us what state, maybe what city, or you might even be out of the country. We would love to hear from you. Just comment below, and we'll talk with you. We definitely will. Let's go to the Tiny Cam, send this one on its way to WGNZ in Fairborn. There it went. And now we can move on to WQBR. It's a pair of country stations in Pennsylvania. Altoona and Scranton are the cities there. Two different signals, 99.9 FM and 92.7. It is a dry read as well, so no music behind me on this one. It's a 20-second exact read. No range in our temperature is allowed, and we can't say around, about, near, or anything like that. 20 seconds. Here we go. David Karen. All right, here we go. I got somebody. David, thanks for tuning in. We're going to give you some, let's give you some confetti today. Welcome, new viewer. David Karen from Minneapolis. Are you involved in radio or broadcasting, or did you just stumble upon us today? Either way, we'd love to talk with you just a little bit. Yeah. David, awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Here we go. 20-second read for the weather forecast in Altoona. Here's the latest from WQBR. Overnight, some patchy fog by morning. Otherwise, mostly clear with a high near 8. I just messed up and said near. Michael Sanchez, first-timer from California. Very cool audio professional there. That is awesome, Michael. We want to give you some fireworks for you. Another new viewer to the radio guy. Location, sound, and film. Very, very awesome. Awesome, David. You do location sound. That is very cool. Love audio in any regard. You know, it's just one of those things. 20-second. Here we go. Let's do it again. I said near before. Can't do that. Not allowed. Here's the latest from WQBR. Overnight, some patchy fog by morning. Otherwise, mostly clear with a low of 53 degrees. That patchy fog will burn off on Wednesday by 8 a.m., becoming sunny with a high of 82. Partly cloudy Wednesday evening with a low of 58 degrees. I'm John Gale in the Bear Country Weather Center. And that's the keeper, gang. Let's go to that Adobe view here using our Razor tool in Adobe Audition. If anyone uses a different tool to do their audio editing, please let us know. David, I don't know what you do for sound and film. If you use something similar, if you use Audition or some other program. Let's see. Yeah, we scroll back our music on this one. Or we scroll back, rather, our wave file, our weather forecast wave file. Now we can bounce it down and add that normalization. We'll add some compression. And now a little clipping going on. Let me go back just a little bit. Take off that compressor and let's scroll back a little bit. And now we'll add it again here. Now we can add those effects. We should be good to go on this. Let's listen. Here's the latest from WQBR. Overnight, some patchy fog by morning. Otherwise, mostly clear with a low of 53 degrees. That patchy fog will burn off on Wednesday by 8 a.m., becoming sunny with a high of 82. Partly cloudy Wednesday evening with a low of 58 degrees. I'm John Gale in the Bear Country Weather Center. All right, so David, you're actually doing the recording work with films and stuff like that in location, and then you're providing those files to an editor, and they take care of all of the editing process. That's cool. Very neat. How did you get into that? That's kind of cool work out there in California. Probably doing lots of films, lots of good movies. All right, we're ready to send this one on its way. We'll go back to the Tiny Weather Cam. Shift Control E is a shortcut in Adobe Audition to open the export file. Naming it WQBR FM OV for overnight and overriding yesterday's forecast. You got it, David says. That's very cool. David, make sure you follow us. We'd love to have you as a friend here. Audio people are good people and hard to come by friendship-wise, so we want to establish that with you. You can search for me. My name is John Gale. I'm also on just my regular Facebook page. Love to become a friend if you're up for that. Let's go to WQBR. Where are you? WQBR OV. There we go. FM OV, FTP, and it send it on its way. Michael Sanchez, I don't do location sound post-production. Live sound reinforcement. Some radio, you use Pro Tools for post. Yeah. Pro Tools is probably the other major audio editing software. Pro Tools and Adobe Audition. There's some other ones too. SoundForge and some older things. Free one is Audacity, which is absolutely a good program for nothing. So we're going to move on to the next station on the list now that one's in the can. KULH in Brookfield, back to Missouri, a Christian contemporary station. This forecast is airing from 3 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is a 28-second read. Actually, they give me a lot of leeway on this forecast. It's 28 to a 32, so I can kind of have my liberty on this one. There we go. Recording in the second track, their music jingle in the first. Scroll up here and let you see that jingle's a little small. That's better right there. There we go. All right, 28-second read. From the Wave Weather Center, I'm Weatherbug weathercaster John Gale. As we head into your evening tonight, clear sky, some light winds out of the southeast and a low of 63. Sunny and warm on Wednesday with a high of 89 with some gusting winds out of the south. Clear overnight Wednesday evening with a low of 67. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 80. And Thursday night, a chance of showers, a low of 69. And that's a look at the latest weather information from the Wave Weather Center. And that's a perfect 28-second read. Let's go ahead and celebrate with that confetti on the New Year's Eve orange. Yes, indeedy. That's right. Okay, going to trim up with the razor tool, give you the Adobe Audition large screen view as we do the editing here. Okay, another stinger here that we talked about, music starting off loud, getting quiet, dropping down, and creating a little lower volumed music bed, and that's where the voiceover goes. So we will unmute the music track, raise up my voice just a little bit. Let's bounce down both of these together into one wave file. A little bit of overmodulating going on. We will add our compression, normalization. This is a broadcast compression, multiband compressor effect that we just added. Makes me sound all radio-y. Brings up my lows, pushes back my highs. Let's take a listen. All right, 28-second read. And that's why we always listen again, because we didn't cut this right. Okay, that happens, gang. That's why we always measure twice and cut once. In the old carpentry business, that's what they would call it. All right, rebounce down here. Scroll back and then add the compression again. Let's take a listen. From the Wave Weather Center, I'm Weatherbug weathercaster John Gale. As we head into your evening tonight, clear skies, some light winds out of the southeast and a low of 63. Sunny and warm on Wednesday with a high of 89 with some gusting winds out of the south. Clear overnight Wednesday evening with a low of 67. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 80. And Thursday night, a chance of showers, a low of 69. And that's a look at the latest weather information from the Wave Weather Center. All right, that looks good there. We'll just fade out. So we're going to trim off the rest of that music, a lot of the music. I'm going to highlight here what we want to fade. Then we'll go up to the, there's a tab up here called Favorites in Adobe Audition that just has a lot of little favorites that they do. They've got a fade out option here. Click that. And you can see it automatically just fades out whatever you highlight in real time, which is pretty sweet. It is indeed. Clear that out. Scroll back to the front here, trim off that excess dead air at the beginning, and it is ready to be exported as well to KULH in Brookfield, Missouri. There it goes. Overriding yesterday's forecast, because otherwise I'd have a computer full of radio forecasts, music, jingles with weather forecast for dozens of radio stations, hundreds of times. So we don't want to hold on to those. There's a couple you might, if you really like one, you might want to keep one for a demo or something like that. KULH, where are you? There you are. Let's open it up and FTP it. File transfer protocol over the internet to the radio station automation computer in Missouri. It goes. And we're moving on to the next signal on our list today, which is KIUL in, let's see, Wichita, Kansas. This one is. It's an AM station, a dry read, no jingle behind me, just my golden-throated warbling voice. Where are you? KIUL is a dry read. We'll open up the dry template. On my dry template, what I've added here in real time, Adobe Audition, you can create effects and put them in as it records. I have a denoise on here because I have a computer that is about, my PC is about 2 feet away. And you can probably hear it on the Facebook page or the YouTube live stream just because there's some compression on that, but you might be able to hear it. When I record, that is taken out automatically through that denoise effects processing. And then I've got some mastering, some normalization, some compression on that as well right off the bat, and then we add our effects again. So lots of effects going on. We don't want it to sound too compressed, but it needs to be at a constant level. You know, when I get real quiet like this, that needs to be brought up, you know, to a normal level. All right, let's try it again. Here we go. Your Western Kansas weather, 30-second read. Here's your Western Kansas weather for this evening. Mostly clear skies and windy, a low of 69 degrees. Some of those gusts could be as high. Yiki, too. Let's do it again. Here's your Western Kansas weather for this evening. Mostly clear skies and windy. Some of those gusts could be as high as 40 miles per hour. Our low temperature right around 69. Sunny and warm on Wednesday, a high of 98. Still a bit windy. And mostly clear overnight Wednesday evening. Breezy with a low of 68 degrees. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 90. And for your Thursday evening, a chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low of 61. From the Weather Center, I'm John Gale. All right, and we are too short on this one. So we're going to use that same tool, not to compress, but to elongate the weather file, the wave weather forecast file here. I want to zoom into the front. Here it is. Using our razor tool, we're going to trim it out. Delete the other, pull back. Yeah. All right, let's bounce down. Add the let's tighten up again. Let's tighten up real tight. We're at 28 and a half. Not as bad as I thought, but still not a 30. All right, so we're trimmed up pretty tight now. So the way we fix this and elongate that forecast, we're going to go to the effects, time and pitch again, stretch and pitch process. We're going to change our duration, 28.566. to a 30. Almost a second and a half more than it is currently. All right, hit apply and it should fix it. Let's take a listen to it, make sure it sounds all right. Here's your Western Kansas weather for this evening. Mostly clear skies and windy. Some of those gusts could be as high as... Didn't sound like I added my effect on that. One more time from the top. Here's your Western Kansas weather for this evening. Mostly clear skies and windy. Some of those gusts could be as high as 40 miles per hour. Our low temperature right around 69. Sunny and warm on Wednesday, a high of 98. Still a bit windy. And mostly clear overnight Wednesday evening. Breezy with a low of 68 degrees. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 90. And for your Thursday evening, a chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low of 61. From the Weather Center, I'm John Gale. Here's your... All right, you can tell when you start to add a couple seconds, it gets a little slurry sounding, like maybe you've been drinking just a little bit. Yeah, I'm saying sunny. And then I kind of went weird on one of my words there. That sunny sounded like Sunday. David Arnold says he used to use Cool Edit. You used Cool Edit? Yeah, before Audition. George Bowen says he used Adobe Audition since the Cool Edit days. Very cool. David Arnold did radio ads and video post sound with Cool Edit them Audition for years and years. David Arnold. I call him Darnold. David, thanks for tuning in. I don't believe we've met yet. Let's give you a little new viewer welcome today. David Arnold to the Radio Guy, setting off some fireworks for him. Another new viewer to the Radio Guy. If you're a new viewer, make sure you comment below. Let us know where you're watching from and all that jazz. And we would love to engage with you, especially if you like radio in any way. David Arnold said, in fact, I used Sadie before that. Ooh, you're an old timer, my friend. KIUL is in the can. We're going to overwrite yesterday's forecast and go ahead and find this in the eDrive. The emojis aren't working. Whoever was trying to use the emojis to come up on the screen, for some reason we've lost that function today. I will refresh it and fix it for tomorrow. I promise you that. On time, good job. Let's move on to the next signal on the list. Close that forecast up and we're going to move on to KKGM, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Two big markets there in Texas. Bet you it's going to be hot there today. This is a dry forecast as well. No jingle behind me on this. It's a Southern Gospel AM station, 1630 KKGM, airing 3 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's see what we got tonight. 20-second read. Start a recorder, and here we go. From the 1630 KKGM WeatherBug Weather Center, as we head into the evening tonight, sunny and warm, a high of 97, some gusting winds later this evening. Clear skies and a low of 73. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 97, and mostly clear overnight Thursday evening with a low around 75 degrees. And then they out it with, it's 20 million degrees outside in Texas. I'm Billy Bob Thornton. All right, let's use our razor tool. We'll go to the Adobe Audition view here, delete that other part, and pull back our wave file. Bounce it down and add our compression, normalization, and effects. There's a little bit of a breath here you can see. We're going to pull that out. And we're right at 20. We're a little over 20. Let's see what we can do here. From the 1630 KKGM WeatherBug Weather Center, as we head into the evening tonight, sunny and warm, a high of 97, some gusting winds later this evening. Clear skies and a low of 73. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 97, and mostly clear overnight Thursday evening with a low around 75 degrees. All right, we're a little bit over, and there's a big breath pause right here. I'm going to pull out a little bit of it. Let's see, we'll pull out right there. So it looks a little bit cleaner. Low around 75 degrees. And where did we end up on that with the out? Yeah, there we go, 20.003 hundredths of a second. That one's good to go. We will go ahead and export this and send it on its way to Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas. Control-Shift-E again, the shortcut, rather than clicking through everything. And I named it wrong, so let's find the WAV file name should be KKGM AM ADR for amplitude modulation afternoon drive. Overriding yesterday's forecast, we just saved it there to my SSD drive. I got a solid state, no moving parts, 5 terabyte drive that I do all my audio work on. I love it. It is lickety-splickety fast, and that is very cool. KGM is in the can. Going to go ahead and FTP that and send it on its way via the internet to Dallas and Fort Worth, Texas. WTBH up next. Chiefland, Florida. From Texas to Florida we go. Closing out this one. It's got a music jingle behind them. We're going to find that a pre-created multi-track template session that I created about 5 months ago. I had to redo it yesterday because of a Windows update. No fun. Let's start a recorder. This is a 30-second read for another Christian station airing 6 to midnight Eastern Standard Time in Florida. Joyful Sounds Radio, 30-second read. Let's see what we can come up with. Here we go. I'm John Gale with your WTBH forecast for this evening. Mostly clear skies, some calm winds out of the northwest, and a low temperature of 65. Sunny and warm on Wednesday with a high of 90, and mostly clear overnight Wednesday evening, some light and variable winds, and a low of 67. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 92, and partly cloudy overnight Thursday evening with a low of 68. Some showers and thunderstorms on Friday afternoon with a high of 92. That's the latest forecast from 91.5 FM. I'm John Gale for Joyful Sounds Radio. All right, now, I went way long on this one, but I'm going to show a little trick. We're just going to delete this portion right here, cut it out completely, and I don't know if it will get us to a 30 or not, but let's do this. Let's find the front end of this, which is right there. I'm going to trim it with our razor tool, get rid of the other, pull back, and let's pull back this guy. We're going to zoom in real tight here and see if it will overlap okay. Looks like it's going to be all right. Matter of fact, let's pull back quite a bit here. Let's go. Let's put this one over the top of that one. Like that. All right. I think we're all right. And then where are we at the end? If we're at a 30, we're good to go. No, we're way too shy. Way too shy. That's fine. Let's scroll back. We can re-record it and get it right. I thought maybe if I just took out that one little section, I'd be all right. But it was too much of a section to take out. We'll hit our recorder again and try her one more time. It's the second read for WTBH. I'm John Gale with your WTBH forecast for this evening. Mostly clear skies and some light winds out of the northwest. Our low temperature right around 65 degrees. Sunny and warm on Wednesday with a high of 90, and mostly clear overnight Wednesday evening with some light variable winds. A low of 67. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 92, and partly cloudy overnight Thursday evening, a low of 68. That's the latest forecast from 91.5 FM. I'm John Gale for Joyful Sounds Radio. All right, and that's the take that we want right there. Perfect 30-second read. Scrolling back to the front should be right there. Oops, double trimmed. Didn't mean to do that. Scroll back. All right, let's see. Volume looks okay on both of those. Let's bounce down the music and my voice into one wave file right here. There it is. Add our compression and effects. Let's scroll back and listen. I'm John Gale with your WTBH forecast for this evening. Mostly clear skies and some light winds out of the northwest. Our low temperature right around 65 degrees. Sunny and warm on Wednesday with a high of 90, and mostly clear overnight Wednesday evening with some light variable winds. A low of 67. Sunny again on Thursday with a high of 92, and partly cloudy overnight Thursday evening, a low of 68. That's the latest forecast from 91.5 FM. I'm John Gale for Joyful Sounds Radio. All right, that looks good. Where that dinged again is where I'm going to just kind of clip it right there before that. Just like that. Trim all that out. And we'll go back to the front end here. Let's trim this out in the front. Really, we should be at a 30. Let's go ahead. Let's just do a fade out real quick on this one. Let's go to tiny cam here. No, we'll go cam right. Let you see my face up close and personal. Go to the favorites. So we've highlighted the end there. Hit fade out. We're at 30.5, but it is a fade out. So I think they'll be okay on the time on that one. It is ready to be exported to WTBH. Sorry, I got that screen behind me in the way. WTBH. All right, copy and pasting it, overwriting it. Hello, Anita. Thank you for tuning in. Glad you got here in time. Glad you're with us. David Arnold, what are you in radio right now, David? I don't know if we've talked before. I apologize if we have. Just gonna ask where you're at, what you're doing right now. WTBH FM EV. That one's ready to roll. Go FTP in it. Over the internet and through the woods to Chiefland, Florida. It goes. Moving on to a local station here in town now. WGRI, closing out this multi-track session and opening up a jingle for WGRI, which is another Christian. Let's see. I don't have the GRI jingle. Okay. Well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go back to our RFN page here. And this is how we find the weather beds. Manage weather beds. We're going to look for WGRI. And there it is right here. I thought I had one in here for that. No, looks like I got rid of it. All right, let's go to more. Let's go to direct download on this one. Going to save it to the music. Maybe it's already in there. Let me look here. G and Z. No, it's not. All right, we'll save that to WGRI. We're going to open up, let's say, this WTBH again. And I'll delete this jingle here. This is how I would create a new template. So I'm showing you how to do this. Simply, we'll go to just show the folder here where I just laid that WGRI jingle. There it is. We'll drag, whoops, hello. Drag this over here. Simple drop and paste kind of thing. Windows makes that easy. There's the jingle. It's for WGRI. Now, how I would save this as a new template is very easy. We'll go up to File and then Export Session as Template right there. Take off this Facebook emoji thing. Sorry about that. And we're going to, let's see, we're going to name it. We're going to change the name. Wait. Something funky happened. Template name. WGRI new. All right. Okay. There we go. And now we've saved this as a new template. Okay. We didn't get rid of WTBH. We just made a new one. All right, there we go. So we're ready for WGRI's forecast now. 10:50 a.m. It's a 24-second read. It airs 6 to midnight tonight. Here we go. From the Inspiration 1050 WeatherBug Center for this evening, mostly clear skies, some light winds out of the east and a low of 59 degrees. It'll be sunny and warm on your Wednesday with a high of 83 and mostly clear overnight Wednesday evening, a low of 62. A slight chance of some showers and thunderstorms on your Thursday afternoon. Otherwise, sunny skies and a high of 88. From the Inspiration 1050 WeatherBug Center, I'm John Gale. And that's a one take, I believe. If I weren't keeping track, I would know. Using my razor tool again, gonna delete the excess on that. Scroll back. We will trim up the edge here on this one. Let's go large Adobe Audition screen view.